Calling, calling, calling for the roots of my people. Calling, calling, calling for the roots of my people. Oh, my heart is calling out, calling for the roots of my people.
Well, today we start to do some shots, Tyson,
yeah.
on the welcome video, you know, the introduction. So.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing an opening sequence for our television station when it starts, because we're about a month away from starting something like that. So what we're going to do today is get a celebrity from town who's never acted before on television or anything like that. So, but he's a character to the town. He's a comedian, a local comedian sort of a thing. He doesn't do stand-up comedy routines. He's just a personality about him, I suppose. So. Right, we'll see you in the morning. Come on.
Yeah, okay. Right.
See you, Dolly Dolly.
Boy.
Tomorrow we're going on a shoot to develop up the start of Dulawalla television opening sequence. I also flashed it there, tell them, get you as a weatherman. You want to do the weather?
Yeah.
We'll work on that, on how to do different weather takes.
No worries.
9:30 tomorrow?
Yeah, no worries. Not a problem.
That's good. Thank you very much. That's good. So where? Wickham? Oh, you know, we're at the old hospital. Well, Robin's already been judged and categorised years ago. One of the opportunities right now is that through JTV or Dulawalla television is to be able to give the right impression about and tell the truth about Robin and the active role that Indigenous play within our community. If you want them to be a part of the television, then you have to bring the television to them. That's what we're doing. We're going out into the community. It's good. I mean, we don't care, black, white, brindle, whatever. It's about, you know, what we can do. And also, I suppose, finding our abilities and boundaries and borders in what we can do and not. But, yeah, I think it's going to be really good. Stay tuned. The traffic. Could you give us a wave? Thank you. Cheers. For the local community television station. Yeah, channel 34. It'll be up and running in about 3 weeks' time. So we're just taking shots around town and glad I'm not out on a sickie. See a mullet there? That's it. We gotta hunt it for our actor. It could be anywhere.
So our actor's not at home?
Our actress is walkabout. They call it walkabout. When you go anywhere, you know, like in the media industry of the world, it's all about timing, right down to the millisecond. Here, we're in Robin. You could miss a few hours without even thinking about it. So, yeah, just a bit of fun, I suppose. Let's go track him down anyway. It could be anywhere. What? There he is. Far out. Jump in, buddy. What'd you do? Yes, the right man.
Hi.
Good, we found you.
Hello.
Hello.
We're ready.
Yep.
Ready to make the mountain flow river full.
That's it, see? Jack Thompson, eat your heart out. So we go back up there, we'll just get this radio mic. I want to test it on your collar.
Yeah.
And then we'll start. You think about trying to spread 40,000 years of history, which people are very strong here, and put that into a television service. It's going to be wonderful because people in Australia are looking at how do we get educated with Indigenous affairs and views, and how better can you get it? You know, listening to the people themselves talk about the situation. I'll see if I can get a shot. See where that chair is. If that camera is wide enough to take it, if not, I'll have to just go back a bit. But see, that's the beauty of this radio mic. I can stand on the other side of the road as long as I get a good clear picture of you. Oh, we'll just test it out and see where the limits can take us.
What about some things? Yes, I am doing some shots with my gumbali jug for the people to see what we are doing for the community and all sorts of things, you know. And I think my sister-in-law is going to be real proud of me.
Oh, yeah.
Hello everyone. My name is Colin Churnside. I represent the Ngaluma tribe from Roban.
Hang on, you putting it on?
Make sure it's on, everybody, sorry.
Honey, welcome.
Yeah.
Oh,
First one.
got the first one.
Wandawa, where?
Why?
My name is Mr. Chenside. My name Buawaji.
You got it on? Yeah.
No, wait there, let me get on this camera. Right. I want you to walk into this camera. Julawalo Television, you say Julawalo Television. So this is a new program, Julawalo Television. We're going to show you all around Roban and surrounding areas.
Right, you want me to walk up with that?
Yep.
You are watching Julawalo Television. My name is Buawaji.
Wandawa. Buawaji. I'm a local right here in Roban, and you're watching Julawalo Television. And pull up here, then we'll go to the next bit then. Working hard, we're trying to make a new star here. And there's Wandawa everyone. That means hello in Wandawa everyone. That means hello in my language. Ready? Go.
Wandawa everyone. That means hello in my language. And my name is Buawaji. Now sit back, relax. I want to show you a few shots of Roban and the surrounding areas.
We'll check it out and then we can see where we are at it with it then. I might say, I reckon that's deadly, Gumbali. I reckon that's awesome, man.
He knows that I won't say no to him because I have the gumption to jump up and join him, you know. I am a really proud man to help this guy out.
How many years have you worked in Australia?
No, before you come to old here, tomorrow that side, you don't know.
We do on-the-job training here at Julawalo in Roban. I like a bit of everything here. I like doing the camera work, filming the stuff, and I like editing the stuff. And yeah, coming up with ideas for the programs. Plus working with all the
working with all the good team that we've got.
Yeah, that's right, but
Inside there. What? Video TV programs all around Rowan, Cossack. We are proud to show you what we are doing here. Uluru Television is a new television station coming out of Rowan and Western Australia. I'll talk to you in a minute. Where are you? Mr. Chanzara, everyone knows me.
But we don't want to take those sorts of, that's what, Frank was saying, and it's true. It builds up the picture, the atmosphere, they call it atmos, and that the picture will have it, and even if Wanjabarkan or something, makes it unique, because that's really what's happening. Deadly.
You'll go again, man. I represent the Ngaruma tribe.
It'd be good if you could get a JTV signal going. People go like that for Western Front and that.
That'll be like a J, that look like a J. JTV.
Yeah, we get the kids start a little trend going.
Yeah.
One thing I've learned is respect your elders and look after them. They're very important people. And you can do that by watching and passing on information on JTV.
See you later, Larry.
All right, look after yourself. I'm glad to see you going well. Doing a good job.
See you later.
Yeah, things are going really good. You get Tyson in the background working hard. All this technology, we get a technician landing here on Friday, so we'll be, checking it all out. It'll be very interesting.
Wangunga bunga nguringo babagai yurumana. Wangunga bunga nguringo babagai yurumana. Wangunga bunga nguringo babagai yurumana. Walwaring ali nguringo babagai. The song belonged to the old people back in the old days. They used to sing all these. All people used to be living in Orisab, and they sing all these songs. And the songs come to them and they're dreaming or they make it up. They sit down and they entertain themselves and they sing all these songs. The song I'm singing now is about this river. This river here, look. This is the Harding River, we call it the Ngurin. And that old fellow sang that song, that's also a corroboree. My grandfathers used to speak about 4 or 5 different languages from this area. They store in their heads over 300 songs about their country, about law and culture. They know every place in their country, all the birds' name, the animals' name, the trees, the flowers, the fruits, all the stuff. All have been passed down verbally. And that's before Ngarangli came into town, got caught up into westernization habits, I suppose you call it. And nowadays we're competing with technology. We're competing with TV, DVDs, videos, Game Boys, all this stuff, and our kids are missing out on the culture. As that is being introduced and more kids are running off to that type of entertainment, we're leaving our elders and our history behind. So Chulol Aboriginal Corporation now, what we do is record the history and keep it till the little ones start growing up and start realizing that their history is important, and they come back and it's there for them. They can click on a tape or a DVD and they can watch the elders, what we have now.
It started off with Michael's grandfather. He was from Rowan. He was naming country, hills, rivers on the way. He's naming all the animals and plants, and I'm thinking, he's like a professor there. He's a doctor. Why ain't anybody? What's wrong with you, Michael? Can't you pick all this up? Somebody gotta get it all down before we lose it. And then we started buying camping equipment, stuff that we can go out bush with. And because the old people kept telling us, our classroom is not here, it's out there. It's in the country. That's the most important thing of Julwara's work, is to collect it, because we're racing against time with the elders. There's only elders concerned and knowledgeable elders concerned, there's only 2 men left that can sing most of our songs and pass it on.
listen to ngoda.
This is where Julol Aboriginal Corporation started from. And 6 years on, this is where we are now. TV license, we want to do more documentaries, we recording more elders. We recorded over 50 elders in the past 6 years. We got back heaps of documentation that was recorded back in the 50s, 60s. Someone who's your countryman, I suppose you're going to call him, another German called Karl von Bernstein, was up in old days. He recorded my great-grandfather actually, and we still got his songs and stories, what he was talking about. So we're putting all that stuff now on paper and CD, and yeah. So we want to keep the history going.
That's where we are, look, and the Pilbara region. That's the Aroma country. That's anybody. And that's where we are right there in Melbourne.
We've got a history, we're very proud of our history, but we've worked together with non-Indigenous people in this country, well, ever since I was born, and my ancestors used to do it. We've got to really tell the full, true story of Australia, the struggle that all Australians face, not only Indigenous people. Plaques like this represent a lot of meaning for a lot of people, not only non-Indigenous, but Indigenous too. It's about history. That's what we're all about, history, preserving it.
Can watch it through the TV.
That's the yellow, the red, the thing.
They were hooked up from the other day.
I'll put it on VCR now. Just put them in there and press play.
Okay.
Hello, Jook speaking.
See you, Dad.
Hello, Mark. Hi, what now?
See you, daughter.
That's Mary G. It's 0428 9388. Who's Mary G? That's the question you shouldn't be asking. We're going to tell you, Mary G. We'll have Mary G come and... If you're going to Broome, you're going to meet Mary G. Mary G is Australia's biggest celebrity on the radio and television. Done lots of series with ABC and SBS, and world-renowned comedian. You'll meet her.
I'm not fancy, but I like my blackberry. I'm not rude, but I like that good. All this
Anybody feeling homesick for home? Then here's a song for you, and there's of course My Darling Baba, Feel Like Going Back Home. You listening to me, Mary G? What a yarn.
I got bored one night, so I started talking to myself in this voice, you know, and saying, there's a lovely lady here in the studio. She'd like to say, hello, hello, darling, what's your name?
Hello, darling, what's your name?
And Mum, Mark, and where you from?
That's none of your business. Don't ask me who you are. You know, I want to know who you are.
So what happened was the community jumped up and down and kind of wanted to know who this woman was, and the popularity went through the roof, and the radio station manager basically sacked me and Mary got the job on my show, and from there it just grew from 1 hour to 2 hours to 3 hours a week live. So now I just broadcast live from my house, and this is known in the community as the Mary G Dungeon, and basically just a community little studio, and the ability to be able to broadcast nationally from my home is such a treat, really, because I can just sit at home and do radio. Hello.
Hello.
Come here.
Hello, what are you, my sister? Hello. What now? Mary G. Hello. daughter-in-law and my grandchildren, Aaron, Taryn,
I got all the little skits here all the way from Balgo, mind you. What are you? Hello, darling. What's your name?
Lucinda.
Lucinda. Oh, you look like the Pink Panther with your little pink jacket. Hey? Talking to microphone.
Felicia.
Felicia. That's a lovely name. How old are you?
10.
Mario!
You got a present message. What are you missing him?
I love you so much.
Who, me or your husband?
My husband.
You're saying me. What about me? You love me too.
Stop getting jealous for me.
What are you getting jealous for?
I don't know.
Well, tell him, darling, don't get jealous. I love
Don't
you.
get jealous for me, Bruce Clancy.
There you go, mind you.
What kind of man you are? Wanna get to know you better. I just can't get you out of my mind. Please to meet you anyway.
No worries, sis.
I seen you in the sport.
You know what?
Too many men out there.
The whole character of Mary G is about empowerment and telling Australia, snap out of it and look at yourself, and when white Australians are saying, I'm an Australian, well, what does it mean to say you're an Australian? What culture you got? What language you got? Nothing. It's English, it's the Afghans and the camel traders and stuff that opened up the country. If it wasn't for them, Australia wouldn't have been opened up. If history hasn't been told as it's supposed to be told, it's fabricated history. The glory of the arrival of Captain Cook. Ned Kelly is painted as a really bad villain, but in fact we know that it's really just the English and the Irish war that came to Australia, and Ned Kelly was associated with Aboriginal people. And history doesn't tell you that side of it all. It always tells you the Western side. And so Mary G's role in all of this is to kind of introduce a balance of perspective and say, no, you've got it wrong, And as Aboriginal people, we know what the truth is. And so you grow up as a child always in fear of white people, because you get choked from a little kid. You get told, your Gurri are coming, that Gurri are coming to get you. And you're programmed as a kid to fear white people. So you always got this thing in the back of your mind that white people are going to do bad for you, So even though times have changed and we've come a bit down the track, it's still reality out there. There's people still afraid of white people, don't trust white people. And yet there's some good people out there, white or black. There's some really good people out there. But Mary G's role in all that is try and put the pieces together so you see the picture for what it really is instead of a false picture. That's Mary G.
I'm going to play a song by a band called Stiff Gins, and they performed with me at the Sydney Opera House, and fantastic ladies, absolutely brilliant ladies, and great performers. Anyway, here's a song called Facing the World, and we're facing the world with media, we're facing the world with communications, and this song here is Stiff Gins and Facing the World. You're listening to me, Mary G, on the Packham Network, on the National Indigenous Radio Service right across Australia. What are ya?
It's coming.
Don't look up, don't get in anyone's way. Just go along and you'll live another day. Are you tired of playing this old game? Time to shake it off, I hope you do the same. 'Cause I'm facing the world. Given time, you will find your song, hidden cadences, made by you becoming stronger, standing on the edge, not looking up but straight instead. Counting pots of gold and possibilities that lay ahead. Face it, I'm facing the world, face it, it's important for Aboriginal people that live in the city, that we're always coming across these ideas that, you know, Aboriginal people are only very dark and only speak Indigenous language and only live in the desert and only eat bush tucker. And it's hard for people in the city to assert their identity when we don't do those things, because a lot of white people will refuse to think that we're real Aboriginal people. But what we're saying, what we want to do in the band is say, look, we do exactly the same things as you. We listen to the same music. We sing the same stuff. Like, you know, one day hopefully we could be on MTV. We're not that different. We can take part in all the activities that all Australians do. But the difference with us is that we have this incredibly rich and long history that we're very aware of, that we carry with us all the time.
I wanted to write a song which was a kind of a welcome, thank you song to the local people, and I wrote it in my own language, and it was kind of full on and a bit emotional when I wrote it, because nobody speaks it except some elders who are writing it for our people in textbooks and CDs, and that's how I learnt it, in textbooks and CDs. But I wrote my own song about being a river person and coming from being a daughter and things like that.
And you're listening to me, Mary Jean. I'm brought to you by the Packham Network, Pilbara and Kimberley Aboriginal Media, going from big things to bigger things. And talking about big things, I've got the Maja himself here, Mr. Neil Turner, and you've got a fantastic voice.
Fantastic?
Yeah, sounds really nice. It's like you got a bit of sandy in your throat. Neil, tell me, how is Packham going?
Oh, pretty good. The big news should have been that we were turning on ICTV in Roebourne, but we've still got a few technical things to sort out.
I reckon that they should give you a name like Spider-Man. Because your role in Indigenous media in this country has been pretty phenomenal, really. I mean, you know, where you were before, in Lajamana?
No, Ernabella on the Pinjarra lands.
Yeah. And it's like a big spider web, you know, and you kind of, I don't think Cunnaman realise how significant your role has been.
I believe, you know, local broadcasting is an essential service for remote communities, and I like to assist communities everywhere to get that happening. It doesn't take very much if there's a commitment and organisation. We hear that there may be an imminent announcement for some actual major funding to go into the development of that National Indigenous Television Service dream. We've been pursuing it for more than 20 years now. It's, you know,
You lost your hair from waiting. Okay, then look, Neil, thank you very much for popping in.
No worries, I was just checking you were all going to air okay.
Yeah, with, this new tie line is an amazing tool. It can confuse you if you don't know how to drive it.
we need non-Indigenous people to help us with this, because technology is something that we've got to get a grasp of, and someone who you can make sure that, you know, we don't get too far into the money side of thing and keep the community perspective. That's what we're all about, getting the stories, disseminating government information back to our people, and also giving our people opportunity to get on TV. That's a big thing.
Well, this is going to be a TV antenna. UHF TV antenna. If this is all going to fit, then I don't need any extra brackets. We'll have the rigger up there at about 9 o'clock.
The mystery is to see how far the signal will go. So if we can reach Wickham, it'll give us another 1,500 people.
No, he's up there sitting.
Again?
It'll find itself?
Yeah, it should find itself, yeah.
The antenna went up, but the brackets were wrong for this mast. Yeah, yeah.
I think this is giving you channel position. Yeah, I don't know whether you can actually. So I know some TVs you can actually select a channel. Yeah, spent the day on the hill, lying in the sun, relaxing, watching the riggers climb towers. It's not a good start, not a good finish.
So the little box up there ticks over. It's got some sort of meter or some sort of...
Yeah, it shows that it's putting out power and everything. And if the satellite decoder's got its channel number coming up, then it's...
And the card's in there, so it's...
Yeah.
Or like that.
If the, like that. Sideways.
Oh, like that. Yeah. They're horizontal.
Yeah.
Like that.
And it's not.
That's it. Yeah, we've got a picture now. Is there meant to be sound on the program guide? There is it? Here we go, we got it.
It's on here, we need it on down there.
Well, it should be now though, shouldn't it?
Should be.
Okay, we'll go back down the bottom. I'll give you another report in a while, mate. See ya. How many Aussies does it take to fix a TV? That'll do there somewhere. Or do you want to go down a bit, or that's good enough?
Either better. Keep going your way.
Some pliers?
I'll get some things down there. I'll go and grab them.
Listen or what? Fire.
Next one should
I'm up for a drive.
I would have thought you would have technical problems.
Just a few.
All
How you going, Neil? No, we're not getting a good signal. It's all right up on top of the hill, but down here, just with rabbit's ears, it's not working.
mixed theory was that possibly being up so high and on a high mast and pointing sort of directly out, that we're actually kind of overshooting the town, and that the town is actually in the shadow that's not quite getting the full force of the transmission. And he was saying that the rigger and him rigged up a kind of knuckle on the antenna mounting, and it would be a simple matter perhaps for a rigger to just get back up there, loosen the knuckle and point the antenna a bit downwards so that it was actually beaming straight down at the community rather than over the top of it.
You know, many of the times that we're watching, you know, TV, other channels that's playing a lot of crap, I reckon. Nowadays, our kids are stuck on that. So JTV is one of those areas that we would like to, we find it hard to take kids out on bush and you teach them about culture and history. We can go out bush now with a camera and elder and bring culture and history to the kids. So that's probably JTV would also do as well.
I came up to Gama in Arnhem Land because I wanted to check out the music and the traditional dance that they have every night. I noticed at Gama there was a lot of well-known faces from Australia and media, and I just asked them to do some JTV promotions, just endorsing our little TV channel back home. Patrick Thompson.
Mangala? Is that right?
Yep.
Mangala Nali?
Yep.
Oh mate, this is going to take me a while.
That's all right, mate.
What's it say? And what's
means,
it mean?
Listen, kids.
Okay.
Wanyari.
Wanyarima.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Patrick Thompson from Ground Force and you're watching Uramogadu's own TV station, JTV. All the best from my clan, the Eora in Sydney, Blue Mountains. Go. They're not represented the right way that they should be, which is as a very intellectual, very spiritual, turned on, switched on people. They're sort of portrayed as bums who do nothing. They sit on their ass and they gimme, 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 but they're not like that.
Press, when that finishes, press it and just press that one.
Why?
Who wanna go?
Wait.
Come on.
Why?
So you're talking to there, and it's this microphone. Just turn it up. When you turn it up, it's what we call live. So
When I talk, where the sound come back?
anywhere here, anywhere. Not in community, just here. But what you got to think about is that you're only talking to one person. Might be your mum at home, or your grandfather, or just one person. Don't think about you talking to plenty of people, otherwise you get nervous. So you got 59 seconds left. 58 seconds.
That was Saltwater Band, Kaloko, and the next song is Saltwater Band still, but it's Mongoro.
There you go. See, easy.
Mongoro. Mongoro.
Thank you.
Yeah, just say
Weber and Wandiba, I'm Jack Thompson. Congratulations, Yaramaguru, for your new TV station. Listen to your own people. I hope someday I can be there looking at you personally. I'm Jack Thompson. Good on you.
For the kids, like respect your elders, respect your culture.
Oh yeah, respect your elders. Okay, remember, the elders carry the dreaming. The dreaming is yours. Remember, the elders carry the dreaming. The dreaming is yours. I hope someday I can be there looking at you personally. I'm Jack Thompson. Good on you.
Oh, toes.
Okay.
All the best from my clan, the Eora in Sydney, Blue Mountains. Go.
Stay tuned because you're watching JTV. Good on you, countrymen.
Really? So talking from the heart, a bit easier.
Jaggy Walla, always one to one.
On their fight for the net, mate, hammer tooth and nail. We would like to be respected in this country. We'd like to be acknowledged in this country, and we don't like to be told what to do anymore. You know, JTV is the Ngara's voice of the things that we want to do. We feel comfortable in doing. We don't want to hide no more.
What are you doing today, right?
Alright, jokes for you. Not right now. I'll call you back if they give me about half an hour. Eh? See you then. Like say you want to get a sweeping shot, pan shot, you tighten that up, it'll just make it a bit stiffer so you don't too quick.
Yes.
Yeah, when you do really slow. Yeah. To be competitive, you have to do things yourself. We know that, and education is the key to the future. Black and white know that. But the black man know how important education is in terms of two-sided education, reading, writing, literacy and numeracy, and also the preservation of our very own culture, what we're really proud of.
Sun.
Important. Might be, or something to put the sun on their back, on their face.
Now, Kundala. Kundala said, okay, you know how you go into school and the teachers learn you English and how you got to talk standard Australian English? Well, this lady come out here and my grandmother was teaching her how to speak proper Indigenous. Yeah, Indigenous, and so how the language fits together. We might wear it tarabul and kola.
When I look back at it, I really wanted to learn a bit of my culture, through the TV, but it wasn't available for us back then. So we learned about ABC Kids and Sesame Street and Monkey Magic, before our culture. We can teach the kids about country, we can show country, like this is Jindawurna, this is Millstream, we'll have a picture of it, This is all the things that we can teach our kids and everyone who's watching it. So once they go out there and they see country, they say, oh, we remember this place from the TV. So I think the media, the TV station would really work for our people, our culture, and our survival.
What was the Ngarangal used to do? Undalangal and Ngarangal. What they used to do? Can anyone, one guy? Bring it back to us, give it to us, and the Ngarangal had nothing. The Ngarangal, they used to dive in the bar, and what they used to look for? Pearl ngali. Nowadays, pearl.
Alright.